welcome to our review. My name is Luis Eduardo and I'm going to talk to you with my team about the movie Inglourious Bastard. My team is formed by Paola Aguirre and Diego Alban. I hope you enjoy it. Attention soldiers, we are here to make our mission. If you already heard about this, you already know that we have to do the best review in the world. So you are in my team now to help me to do it. So now your job is to obey to me, and now you owe me a 5.0. So you understand?
Sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Dit is de hoofd van Lapadie.
Ja hoor.
Hermann, wie sind Sie wohl weg allein gelassen?
Wieso wissen auch was?
Est-ce la propriété de Perrier Lapadite?
Je suis Paris Lapadite.
C'est un plaisir de vous rencontrer, monsieur Lapadite. Je suis le colonel SS Hans Landa.
Que puis-je faire pour vous?
J'espérais que vous m'inviteriez à entrer chez vous afin que nous puissions avoir une discussion.
Certainement. Après vous.
Inglourious Basterds immerses in France in full Nazi occupation during the Second World War. However, it is not necessary to include the film within the historical genre. Third, very strong. From the beginning, we are introduced to the villain Colonel Hans Landa. A man so charismatic that on many occasions we will forget that he's the bad guy. Without a doubt, he is the best of the movie and surprised everyone with his defined, refined attitude, his educated words, and his great education. Landa is a leader who is always in the front row. Is methodical, charismatic, imposing, and does not mind having to get dirty to do his job, hunting Jews. And perhaps the character is the greatest of the Tarantino and why his cinema is so good. Break chance or modify normalized ideas about the bad guys to create a villain so good for the protagonist of this movie. Throughout this movie, Tarantino handles the silence in a scene in which there are dialogues without background music to attract the attention of the viewer, create tension, and prepare him for something important. He also handles suspense very well in scenes that are really tense, drinking directly from a teacher like Alfred Hitchcock. The ability of Quentin Tarantino that surprised us most when we watched this movie was to create a mind time in constant tension. There are suffocating scenes where Tarantino gives us plans and gestures of his cinema. For example, the scene where Colonel Landa and Lapadite fight to see who dominates the other. For example, that Colonel Landa mentions that nobody will leave the place alive when closing the curtain.
Well, if this is it, old boy, I hope you don't mind if I go out speaking to kings.
By all means, Captain.
There's a special rung in hell reserved for people who waste good scotch. Seeing as I may be rapping on the door momentarily. I must say, damn good stuff, sir. Now, about this pickle we find ourselves in. It would appear there's only one thing left for you to do.
And what would that be?
Stiglitz.
Say auf Wiedersehen to your Nazi boss.
Times we know in the cinema that the good guys will win despite the circumstance.
However, when the question in that film is who achieved his goal first, the odds are 50% to know who will be successful, if the protagonist or the antagonist. Since we are talking about the topic of antagonists and the refreshing ideas of Tarantino, the Nazis return to big screen as the antagonist, but they return with a Tarantino treatment. However, it is necessary to put them before the context, where cinema is able to show us how individuals react to ethics and morality in a war situation. The most valuable thing about Inglourious Basterds is the director's ability to represent enemies as people and not as evil incarnate, as other films about Nazis have dehumanized the Germans. In the basement scene at the bar, William, the survivor of the bar, is celebrating the birth of his son as any of us would. And best of all, Tarantino stopped ridiculing the Germans. It's very evident that Tarantino enjoys fierce combat between both sides, but he does this without judging the enemy as if they were demonized beasts. German soldiers meet a wide range of personalities, from cowards to men of dignity and courage. This concept of contrasting the scales of good and bad also applies to bastards. The first time I saw the bastards, I found them ridiculous, but then they end up in some Nazi killing machines, which with their methods cause to call them the good guys. But that's what the dynamics of the movie do. Tarantino develops them with a great scale, where he also makes use of his large repertoire of general culture.
Jews. Bravery.
The film has a narrative structure divided into 5 episodes, in which several characters with different stories end up leading to the same point. This cross story technique is very common, but it's also very effective. I also like the language game that is handled throughout the film, as an attempt to give credibility to this authentic madness. The truth is appreciated to see the Nazis speaking German, the French farmers doing it their language.
3.
Always faithful to this Tarantino style, he splashes this movie with a lot of violence and a lot of humor, especially a lot of black humor. Revenge is a very present theme in this movie. He also used music very well, has a narrative element that oscillate between pieces of classical music to 80s rock. On the other hand, many explanatory plans or specifications narrated by Samuel Jackson himself bring dynamism. There are scenes that are everywhere, and there are moments in the plot where the movie is very slow.
Who wants to send a message to Germany?
I have a message for Germany. That you are all going to die. you to look deep into the face of the Jew who is going to do it.
Untröstlich, ich weiß nicht, was hier los ist. Das gehört nicht.
Exhale. Burn it down.
Oui, Shoshana.